Hello everyone, this is Azraelis, and we are back again with some more Warframe. Today we're going to be going ahead and taking a quick look at Nyx Prime. I don't have much more to talk about with Nyx, other than what was covered in my Wandering Nyx video. I'm going to try and put a link down in the description, or possibly an annotation to that video. All of those same things still apply to a Nyx or a Nyx Prime. Really guys, there's just no comparison to me between having a Nyx with a Boar Prime that has 100% status chance, and also to have that just insane level of CC that a Nyx does. When you couple the two together, you're talking about having massive debuffs, hard CCs mixed with soft CCs, mind controls, all sorts of crazy stuff. So definitely, guys, get yourself a Nyx Prime and run that Wandering Nyx build. And when people inevitably ask you what you're running, tell them where you got it, please. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's talk about Nyx and what changed. First things first, guys, definitely, if you are lucky enough to be one of the old schoolers who still has arcane gear, use your Vespa helmet. You're literally losing 3 points of armor for increased power efficiency. 3 points. You are not going to notice that loss of armor at all, and you're just going to get a buff on your power efficiency. Very, very simple. So let's go ahead and let's go into the actual builds for her and what happened. Now, on the Nyx Prime, you have a dash polarity, a V polarity, and a sideways D polarity. Guys, I am aware that these things have names, but I won't be using them, and that's because I think calling these by these names is more confusing, and that's just, why would you want to make this more confusing? It doesn't make any sense. I've been calling these things this since I started playing this game, so that's what I'm just going to keep calling them, so I'm sorry if that bothers you. Here's the deal, guys. What this did was it actually freed up just a little bit of space for me. Not much, but just a little bit. What that allowed me to do was drop my vitality down to rank 6, which, for those of you who are concerned with actual hard numbers, I lost 160 health for 30% increased power efficiency. Very, very simple, very straightforward, and that 160 loss for me is perfectly legitimate for the benefits of having 30% increased flat power efficiency. Very, very nice. This synergizes perfectly with the Arcane Vespa helmet. I'm getting a considerable amount of power efficiency out of this. Now, that being said, guys, what I will be doing sooner or later when I feel like it is I'll probably be farming her once to go ahead and make it so that I can bring this back up to my 2 from the top vitality. And that'll leave me with 1 point extra, which I'm not going to do anything with. So, there you go. Also, guys, I've had people who ask me about the absorb builds. I don't use absorb builds. I still use this build, even in defense, and that's because there's just much better Warframes out there to go ahead and be guarding a cryocore than a Nyx can. The absorb and explode thing is really, really cool. Don't get me wrong. It is very, very effective. It's very, very cool. But for my own personal usage, I have an even easier time just chilling out, CCing targets, and killing them. It's very, very simple. I'm not sitting there wasting energy. I am just chilling, killing targets. Very, very easy to do. And the fact of the matter is like things like infested defense, where an absorb is really, really good, I would much prefer have a Vauban taking care of that anyway. So that's just my opinion. Do not take that as the gospel truth. It is just the way that I roll when it comes to Nyx. Guys, really the big benefit of running a build like this, where we have our overextended, we have stretch, then we have a narrow-minded, so we're counteracting the actual narrow-minded debuff that we get, is we're chilling on a 93% power strength, or power duration, and then we also have a 90% power range, or wait, 93% power range. We have an incredible amount of range. We have long-term mind controls and chaos, and then we have a decent amount of tankiness, and we have power efficiency coming out of our ears with our energy siphon flow and streamline and the Arcane Vespa helmet, which is going to allow us to just keep doing this pretty much indefinitely. When you add energy packs to the deal, it's definitely going to be indefinite. It's really hard to actually run out of energy with this lady. So, the big deal here, guys, is presence. Just like I said in the original video, the Wandering Nyx video, definitely go check that out. The fact that you have hard CCs, debuffs, and all sorts of things coming out of hard CCs and soft CCs, because you have your impact and your heat procs. You have debuffs from corrosive and puncture. You have dot damage from slash and heat. When you couple all of those things on a 100% status chance build with her just innate amazing ability to be a crowd control, it's just so insane. Its presence. There is never a point in time where the people in your group are not going to be like, whew, at least we have a totally awesome Nyx in our group, you know, because you can just that's what you have to do. You have to think like that when you're playing this character in a build like this. It's very important that you want to be interacting with every single target on the map all the time. There should never be a time where enemies are engaging that are not either confused, mind-controlled, or have some form of CC or dot damage or debuff on them. Excuse me, guys, I'm getting a little sick. Very, very simple. And it's really, really fun because you are just scrambling around constant. Non-stop, no downtime. You are just go, 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 go when you're playing this character. Absolutely amazing. The only other things that we've changed a little bit, guys, is that I do have a tendency to pick up a new core instead of my Brack, and that's because I want added capabilities to debuff enemies. We still have the Docker Prime, of course, for maneuverability. The Buzzkill that came out a little while ago with that last event actually bumped up the slash damage on this thing up to 568. Really nice buff. Really nice buff. I'll go ahead and open that so you guys can look at it for a second. This is the way that I run it. Crimson Dervish, of course, and then we've got the Rending Strike, Jagged Edge Buzzkill combination to give us as much slash damage as we can possibly get. We have the Spoiled Strike, Fury, Fever Strike, and Focus Energy to go ahead and keep us from wasting all of our energy if we're meleeing first, and then of course we have a big chunk of corrosive damage to go with that. Now, one of the last things I want to talk about before we move on, guys, is just how insanely effective running this kind of a Nyx build is with a mass debuff tool. And of course you guys know where I'm going. Those of you who've been around here for a while know exactly where I'm going. And I'm going for that Torrid build. That weird Torrid build that is all about the status chance and has no consideration towards damage whatsoever. And that's because, guys, when you take someone who has the most ridiculous amount of crowd control you can possibly imagine on a Warframe, and also has the ability to debuff multiple targets with viral and radiation procs, you're talking about layering her usefulness. And you'll hear me say that a lot in all of my videos. Layering usefulness, layering damages, all of those kind of things. When you run a build like this on a Nyx, one of the biggest things with running this on a Nyx is the fact that you can go ahead, toss out your shots from your Torrid, and then freeze them all in place with your Chaos. Because there's a couple moments right after you use Chaos that everyone stops moving. You can keep them there so that they will be forced to have those procs on them. And when you have a damage Warframe hanging out with you, that person is going to have that much easier of a time taking all of those targets out. One personal recommendation of mine is running a Miasma Spam build, Saren. That's a slightly older video of mine. You guys can still find it in my list. But that works perfectly with a Nyx running a Torrid like this. Because when you half all of those targets' healths, and then you CC them in place, and then you have a Saren who's going to drop a Miasma that does just ridiculous amounts of damage, you're going to wipe whole entire rooms. And it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. The one big thing is sticking Mag Prime in there to go ahead and remove any shields that might be in place on enemies when you're using this kind of a tactic. And now all of the damage that comes from the Saren's Miasma is going to be maximized against those targets. One of the biggest problems with Saren's Miasma spam builds is that you are going to have to use more of them in succession when you're dealing with enemy shields. Just pay very close attention if you play one of those builds on Saren, and you'll see that the first one you use will have a big chunk of its damage soaked up by enemy shields. You stick her with a Mag Prime, and it's just absolutely amazing. Just huge, huge damage everywhere. You couple that with a Nyx who's going to be CCing all those targets as well, That's just money. That's flat out money. But anyway, guys, that's all I have to show you today for the Nyx Prime. Just as a final note, guys, like I said, T4 defense, T4 cap, T2 mobile defense. That's where you need to go to get your pieces for her. It was an okay farm. It was an okay. It wasn't too insane. T4 capture's the major problem, guys. And like I said earlier, Stefano Uranus for picking up T4 capture. Then also Cerberus on Pluto for picking up defense or survivals. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm Azraelis, and I'm out of here. Peace.